kan beat them.
I am the king, 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 king.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Chatbox Season 2, Episode 8. Joining myself is Mr. Ruan, DMR AM Racing, and myself, D. Not Dino for the guys, but it is DMR DeanoCantino. Welcome. I hope you guys had an awesome week. I see the cold front's a little bit done. We're still busy wearing our hoodies.
Dino,
what feelings, Ruan? How are you, brother?
Good, man. Are those your dogs going mad?
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah, they have to protect their owner, you know.
Okay, no.
There's nothing I can do about that, Jet. Sorry, guys. I wish I was in a Hollywood studio. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Yeah, guys. So tonight's pretty much a very short episode, just because we are starting both, or we're having two races tonight for the semi-finals. So yeah, I think really what we have planned is the interview with Peetham. And then, lap guides for Manu and Nations, and then a quick promo video on King of the Ring, or the finals of King of the Ring. And then we'll get straight into the first Chatbox semi-final at 7:30, and move on to the next one.
Coolio, looking forward to that. Obviously, guys, schedule has been set up by Mr. Producer Ruan himself, so yes, thanks a lot, my brother, for every time stepping up into the plate and making the show possible.
Cool, man. So do you know? I think this is your part of the show. I think you need to introduce the man and the legend and the myth.
Guys, okay, so everything has boiled down to this interview here for the last couple of seasons. Myself and Ruan, obviously when we started the show, we always said it will be awesome to have someone famous or someone super fast, some of the top dogs, but we knew we weren't able to be in those circles yet unless we started improving our racing and maybe started getting on their topics of discussion like, oh, these guys. So we finally made it. They know about us. Still haven't seen us in their rearview mirrors yet, but made us come to be able to interview what I would say, and I think a lot of people agree with me, South Africa's number one racer in GD Sports for the past decade, I would say. A few have come and gone and been able to give him a run for his money. But overall, race per race and experience, I think, is the fastest race in South Africa. And not sure about the year. Also, a GD Sports Academy finalist. David, if you're on after this, you can just maybe correct me if I'm mistaken. So yes, guys, it is Mr. David Peetham is also involved in the LNR season. So not mostly in GDSSA, for those of you who don't know him. But yes, David, how are you, brother? Thanks a lot for joining and taking time out of your schedule with your family to join us.
I'm well, thanks, James. I'm well, thanks. Thanks for having me on your show. I think it's an awesome show where you speak to guys. They get to say what they have on their mind with regards to racing and obviously with the community and that. But yeah, thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure, brother. It's an absolute pleasure. Just a quick one. Mentioning that you've seen the show, etc. I'm assuming you have watched a couple of our shows before, even if it's just a little bit, tad bits of it.
Yes, I did get it the first time. I think you guys may have started.
Yeah.
KLM Pace, he posted a link on LNR Discord, and that's where I managed to catch one of them. And then
I hope it wasn't the first two, because that was horrible.
No. I think it was. I think it was maybe the third or fourth. Yeah. So, but yeah. And then obviously the recent one, my teammate Johan, he posted a link on our WhatsApp chat where he was interviewed, and yeah, I managed to have in a listen on there as well. Yeah, but it's obviously like I say, it's a good thing because you get to speak to when you get the opportunity to most of the local guys in the community that's racing.
Yeah, especially people, the people or the races that people can relate to. They've either seen their names on top score sheets, etc. So it was obviously nice to involve or introduce GT All Stars, which obviously you're the number one racer for them, into that. That was the whole reason for it, was to be able to find a back channel to get you to be interviewed. So Johan, also a brilliant guy. I'm assuming he's one of the guys with the most energy in your groups.
Yes, he does. Yes, I agree.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot, David. Okay, so we're quickly going to jump to the first question.
Okay.
Just a quick little bio on yourself, short and sweet. How long have you actually or actively been playing Gran Turismo?
Okay, so GT as a whole, I think I first played it when it was a demo on PS1, but as a demo, not the actual game. That's where I first got a taste of what this game was,
Yeah.
But then I think GT2, that was the first time I played the full game. I think if you guys can remember, it was 2 discs. They had a arcade disc and a simulator disc. And GT3, I didn't get a chance to play. And then GT4, I started taking it a bit more serious when GT4 came out on the PS2, I think it was. And GT5 Prologue was my first experience when I got involved online, because that was the first time you could actually go online and start maybe doing like time trials, and then you check how good or how bad you actually are compared to others, not just your family members that you're beating every week, but, proper
I'm assuming you beat all of them. You don't have a brother or a cousin or something that's faster than you that we don't know
I
about.
have. When they used to beat me, they used to have a car probably 200 horsepower more than the one I was using.
Just all right.
And, yeah, so that was it, and basically I started playing when I started taking it a bit serious. I used to race just like most of you guys on the controller, but I used to use the D-pad instead of the sticks, So I always used it like that, and I couldn't change any other style, and until eventually the latter stages of GT5 Prologue, I managed to get a cheap type wheel just to get that feel of using a wheel. And obviously from there, it really transformed and changed my what I knew about the game and how I started racing, especially with firstly our local guys, and then obviously going into like international races and that.
Absolutely fantastic. So first you beat the family, then you move on to fresher meat. And tell me that first wheel that you used, can you still remember the type of wheel it was?
I'm pretty sure it was a Logitech, but it was one of those cheap ones. I think it only could do, or it only was a 200 degrees, so it couldn't go like the current wheels go maybe 720 or 900 or 180, degrees in turn.
Yeah.
So the turn angle was basically 200 degrees. So it was good for maybe those Formula type cars and that,
Fair enough.
But obviously it was something to get used to. So that's and I obviously had just a normal play seat, but those basic ones, just to get me started off with, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so obviously, as you can imagine, we've got a ton of questions from our spectators or our viewers, rather, and I just want to assume that you've heard these ones too many times before. And as I'm saying this now, I can already smell that you already smell the questions, the type of questions that we're getting. Okay, number one might not be too obvious, but what wheel do you use? Look, I know what wheel you use, but for the viewers.
Currently, I use the G29. I use the G29, and I still use the old G27 gear lever because when I'm playing on my own or just having fun, I enjoy using the gated clutch, on those older vehicles.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was under the impression that you use a T500. Not sure where I found that news about, but I'm going to have to speak to my performance.
No ways. I don't think I'll buy those type of wheels because obviously the time, I don't spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
The G29, coming from the G27, and prior to that, I think I used the official Logitech GT, what was it, GT5 wheel.
Sure.
It's also similar to the G29. I think it's also had that red knob in the middle where you could fiddle with your car settings and that, yeah.
Okay. And then just a shorter answer. We've got about 4 questions that we need to move through and then the rest of ours.
Okay.
What type of race would be the best test for driver skills development? VES, maybe?
Yeah, something long like VES because you're doing a lot of laps, and then obviously as you're going through the laps, you see where you're improving, you see where you're losing time, because you've got each lap or each sector, you can see what you're doing. And the more time you spend on it, on track, then obviously you see where you can be braver, and then obviously where you can improve on your sector time.
Perfect. Right, guys, there you have it. It's now a unanimous decision between a couple of the top drivers. Every single one has mentioned to do VS, which is the Virtual Endurance Series. If you don't know about it, it's every second Tuesday. You can either message myself or anybody, one of the admins or LNR people that you might know, ask them about it, and they can definitely get you the information on there. Okay, then we've got some questions from Mr. Pace himself, who you are obviously familiar with. Also one of the guys that pushes you sometimes to your limits. Who is a driver that consistently makes you sweat in a race?
Sure.
Maybe more than one also.
Look. I'm just going basically on the last couple of seasons. Let's say maybe for this year, right? For this year,
fair enough.
Because obviously there's more consistency with drivers participating. The one racer that's basically stood out for me in a short space of time is the youngster.
Not Stinky.
He's London Express teammate for the last season that passed. I believe he came through the ranks of GTSSA.
Correct.
As a racer, yeah. For me, initially when he first started, I overheard guys say, he's a youngster, he's using a controller. I'm like, what? I've never known anyone locally to be so good on a controller. I'm talking like from
mad quick.
GT5 days. I've never seen anyone on a controller that used to be able to keep up with guys on wheels, you know. So when I first heard that, I was like, shoo, you know, I don't know. To me, it seems impossible.
Until St.
And then obviously, yeah. And then obviously he did get a wheel. Eventually, I did hear, and then I noticed that he's not just his pace improved, but he had quite a bit of consistency, especially in the practice sessions. You know,
Yeah.
obviously the practice sessions you're a bit more brave. You know, you'll
Fair
take
enough.
those corners and whatever. And that's when I started noticing, and I used to always tell my teammate, my own teammate, Caddy, I'm sure you know,
Yes,
the
yes,
best
yes.
Caddy. I used to always say to him, I said, you need to watch out because this youngster is somebody that's flying on track at the moment.
Yeah, he's
So
going to
he
be world
definitely,
class.
yeah, 100%, yeah, 100%. He raised our eyebrows and definitely was someone we had to talk about in race strategies. You know, he could out qualify us, he could be saving fuel behind us, whatever the case would have been in those races. He was definitely a man on topic, including you can add his teammate because they were on similar or not too far off pace. And then you obviously had the team, the EKZ guys, who always on good pace and strategy. I'm obviously talking now. This is before you guys had your first season as well, because you guys as well came up the ranks silently, and then all of a sudden you guys were there in like main races, you know. But that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be, you know. Guys coming up, learning the
You know,
game,
only
learning the
not triple three
strategy.
teams can dominate the whole time. It's always nice to have an underdog, you know, just to put that blood pressure up a
Always,
bit.
always, because you don't want the same boring thing every race or every season, like the Mercedes in F1. You know,
Yeah,
quite boring, but
fair enough.
you know you don't like
Let's
you
not
don't
go
want to
there. We
watch
don't
it all
have
the time.
enough. We don't have enough 24 hours of talking. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people are going to comment on this now. Tell me quickly, and just your opinion on Sunburn Donkey with your last race on him. Because I know I'm a personal friend of his also for the last 3 months since he got his T300 also, because he used to be on controller as well.
Oh
He's
wow.
now
Okay.
reached about
Okay.
65,000 DR recently, and he's still flying with the amount of growth he's still showing.
Okay. Okay. So then then I would say he's obviously going to be on that similar stretch like not stinky because that's what happens when you move from controller to wheel. You obviously get more smoother and then you get more consistent as well. So
Yeah.
you save on quite a lot on your tire wear and those type of things. Yes,
Okay.
he did do that last race with us. For me, he was very consistent with that GTR. I didn't even know the GTR was the OP car. I didn't know any of those things. I just had my set car. You could saw Caddy had his set car, and we didn't. I think Sprinkler came into lobby on one of the days, and he tried a GTR. He said it was crap, and we didn't even consider it or think about it then. But
Okay.
when I look at
We all love
all the other
Sprinkler,
guys,
but take your own advice when it comes to him. We love you, Sprinkler, but you're always orthodox, brother.
so but when I saw the times of the other guys in the GTRs, then immediately I knew that no, Sunburn Donkey, obviously, yes, he went on a different strategy, but for me, the most important thing when you're racing is consistency. The
Yeah.
lap time has got to be within 2-3 tenths of your last lap. Then you know you're consistently fast. The moment you do
That's what
one
his
blinding
words
lap
were
and then
after the
you're,
race.
is it okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he said you're behind him, he said, Dean, it is the most intense race I've ever done. When you just think you're losing 0.050, Peter is there to grab it. It's like that guy does not make mistakes.
Yeah, and look, that's the goal I think of every race on the game, because that's where you are actually competitive. That's where you can be competitive, because when you're behind someone and you're not losing them, it creates a problem for you as a racer who's racing in front. That's
Yeah.
exactly the point. And you then in front end up starting making those silly mistakes, miss your braking point or miss the apex, and you lose more time when that happens. So consistency is always key, and that's
No.
basically it.
All right, guys, there you have it. Make sure you're more consistent. Don't make mistakes and looking at the delta the whole time to see how far you've gone on that person. Okay, guys, so I think we're going to skip question number 2 and 3 for you, Mr. Peter, because I think you've answered it both already anyway. So just correct the people for your achievements. I know you're not a braggart. I know you're very humble, down to earth. You keep to yourself. But for other people, just to know a little bit more what's possible with the racing if they push. I know you were, I think it was GD Sport Academy finalist or something. Can you give us a brief explanation of your experience and what it actually entailed?
Yeah, basically that's when the academy came to South Africa. I think it was the year 2012, and they had obviously the time trial to qualify for the top 24, and I think we were we were also part of the Middle East, the Middle Eastern countries that were also
Yeah.
part of our group. Yeah, so with that time trial, I can't really remember the track though, but I think it was a Nissan 350Z or 70. And I think that time trial at the end of the competition, I did finish on top. Um, and then there were a couple of Middle Eastern guys and obviously quite a lot of SA guys as well, within the top 10. The times are close, but obviously the top 24 went through. And then from the top 24, they cut it down to top 12, which I made as well. In fact, I made it right to the top 8. And what was the sad thing is I had some issues with my passport when I was supposed to go to the UK. That was when the finals was here. And I didn't end up going. Caddy made it, and obviously 6 of the other guys that made the top 8, basically. But
And in
it
your
wasn't
honest
something.
opinion, from the people who made it, do you consider yourself to have been the fastest? Honest opinion,
Look,
humble. If you know
in
you're good, you're good.
for the type of real racing experience, I don't think I would have cut it. Some of the guys had much more experience when it came to the real stuff. But if it was probably just on the gaming side, most probably I would have been up there definitely competing with guys. But that part of the academy was
Beautiful.
more the real driving side.
For the
So
real driving side, okay.
yeah. So obviously that was a world changer basically. But yeah. And it was quite cool that the whole GT Academy thing. You got lots of hampers, lots of prizes and stuff like that there. So it was a good experience. It was an awesome experience.
I can think. It's amazing to be able to speak to someone like that, and you've just always maintained the pace. So I've got another question here. See, we're going to do just 2 more questions, and then we just need to. I'm not sure if we can do a lap guide or something. This interview is quite significantly detailed, and I love it. So I just missed the question. Yeah, who is your closest rival, whether it be new or historical, let's say in the last 5-6 years that we can all relate to? We all know about TX3 Manthe, those type of guys. I'm not sure on the class levels if you guys were equals, but who would you consider your closest rival in the, let's say, last 5 years that you never knew who would win on the day?
Look, when I first started getting involved with LNR racing, there was a couple of guys. I can make mention Binti. He had some good pace. Obviously, I went in with Caddy, who also has a good pace. And then we got involved with TX3 Manthe, who used to light up the time sheets on the time trials. And
I heard.
yeah, and he didn't do much racing with us because it's either he got involved with something, and when he was, we obviously had different cars, so it's you can't really
It was an
compare pace
equal
with pace.
comparison.
Yeah, because the TBT, some cars perform on one Sunday based on the track
Fair
and
enough.
others don't. But I think we did have maybe 1 or 2 races where we had the same car. One on Brands Hatch, he was just too good. I just couldn't. I don't know if it was the brake setting or what, I don't know, but he was just too good there. And then I think we had one on Willow Springs where he couldn't catch me. So it was only basically 2 races,
Yeah.
pretty even, and I just left it like that. as you say, I don't, look for if somebody is competitive and they're better on a day, I'm happy for them because
Yeah, fair
you
enough.
put in the effort, you put in the time, and you deserve it. You deserve it. It's not, for me, it's not always about me
It's
wanting
not
to
as if
win.
you're going to arrive and drive and win every single race if the other people put in 10 times more time. Is that correct?
For me, when you put in your time and the result shows, that's all that matters because that's why you're
Yeah.
putting in the time. You want to perform, you want to win.
And that's the part of the thing. Running just doesn't involve you running on the track. It's if you're faster on the day due to more practicing than the other person, that's part of winning. Winning is not just
Yes,
coming and winning. So
yes,
whatever you've put in
yes.
is the result is up to that.
Yeah, yeah. Determination is also a big thing on track because you don't want to make mistakes. You want to stay in contention. You want to be in that slip. You want to save all those things
Yeah.
when you put in for your performance, all that, especially when you win a race,
Yeah.
you think of all those things that you did right. That's what it's all about.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then, okay, just last but not least, for all A and A plus entry drivers, that's just let's say A plus. And I know DR is not a consistent. There's some B drivers who are close to your pace, etc. But just to get a reference point, these skill type of drivers, what do they need to do apart from consistency to be able to get them? Let's say that just that slight notch that you might be ahead of them. What have
So,
you seen? Let's say Sticky or Donkey or Kalen Pace, Caddy perhaps. What is the one thing that you see that's perhaps repetitive amongst all of them that is just giving you the edge or someone with your skill level the edge?
to be honest, I think the only thing I can think of is, like I say, in practice sessions, some guys will be, out of reach. When it's, you don't have to worry about making mistakes. You brave the quarters and that. I think when it comes to the actual race night, um, most of the guys, they won't go on that same pace that you would see them practicing. Obviously, they don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to hit the wall. They don't want to, outbreak and knock into someone. I understand those type of things, but I think in the actual race, there's more nerves, probably, so to speak.
Yeah,
Unless the racer is comfortable, unless you're comfortable where you can put your foot down and be brave. But I think what I'm trying to say is it's just bravery, trying to be brave where you always think you're going to make a mistake, where you going around the corner at 220, but sorry, 200 where you can do 220. I'm just giving an example.
so
But
just
obviously,
pushing the limits basically,
just
ever
pushing
so
the
slightly.
limits on race night, without the thought of that I'm going to spin or I'm going to go off. It's those brave stints that get you to break the slip, and obviously your opponent then is on the back foot because they want to try and catch up, try and get back into the slip, and usually you end up making more mistakes trying to catch up.
100%. So it's literally just that, because obviously they've already got the consistency with their levels and skill rating that they're on. They've already got the pace. It's just, you've got the pace now. Now it's to gain that 0.1 per lap, where you don't have to
Yes,
fight for 0.4, 0.5 anymore. It's now just that little 0.1,
yeah,
0.2 a lap that they're losing against you.
yes. That's basically what it is. That's all it is, and it can be done because it's what you have to do as a racer to be better. That's why this like we mentioned, Hamilton does it when he needs to push. He finds it. That's what it's being basically all about. Going for the brave moves.
Yeah, we've got Mr. Kendall Mawa saying, Ethan, thank you for being a quiet, deadly assassin racer who doesn't blow his own trumpet. Well done and respect. Barry's is saying, awesome interview, finally getting some insight into the alien of all aliens. A lot of people are saying, such a cool interview, awesome answers. Thanks, David, and many praises to you, bud. The whole community, I'm not going to use the word idol because that's wrong. You don't idolize people. But if there's a beacon of light to what is possible that's able to be achieved within our community and within GD Sport, if people put in the time, you are that beacon, if you understand what I'm saying. So I don't want to try and put you up on a pedestal, but it is the truth. I'm assuming you are quite a bit older than us, but for you to still be there it's not a game. It's just a hobby. It's a lifestyle. It's a community. And for you to be that fast and that still not be a 15-year-old or something shows you this thing had just run for so long.
Yeah, look, I mean, I used to take it competitively for, from 2010 to say 2014. I used to do it competitively in the sense that I didn't want to lose any race. But obviously things change, as you say, you mature, you grow up. I just turned 41 a few months ago, so
What?
yeah, I've been so from
Wow.
2010. So I was 30 when I started playing competitively. So now
That's about donkey's
from
age now, so it's never too late.
yeah, yeah. You see, it's never too late. And then obviously, to sit behind the seat, you need to be a bit fit. It's something I need to start doing again, get fit, because then you get body aches and pains. You don't wanna spend too much time killing your body.
That's a
So
good
so yeah,
one.
and I know there's a couple of guys maybe older than 41, 45 maybe, and yeah, that's you rather try and keep fit before you get and sit in a seat for 2 hours because damn, it hurts. It hurts. That's why I don't do
So enjoy
VES.
it while we can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is there anything from your side that I might have missed, or just a quick mention or shout out to anyone in the thing to say goodbye or mention that you might want to have said?
No, look, to be honest, I mean, obviously, for me, when I'm looking at this, as you say, for many years, this game, and I see how far it's come, especially in the local community with you guys and GTS's A side, running and organizing local races, and then obviously the LNR guys doing the same. I think that for me is very important in South Africa because that brings the guys together. There's a professionalism that's taking place here, giving guys an opportunity to come and join these communities and race. And in my time, there used to be rivalries that were so bad, you'll actually get banned or you won't be allowed to
What?
sign up into that community. Yeah, it was that bad. And for me to see this change, with TD Sport and GT guys allowed and coming to race on LNR and vice versa, it's the most brilliant thing for me to ever see in all my time of this game because I promise you, guys used to go ballistic when it came to being competitive and hating on other guys and that. So for me, that's a big up. You guys run these things very good, and you draw races instead of push
Yeah, definitely.
individuals away. And
I
that's
think the
what
only
that's
time,
what
just to
makes
add
you.
on to what you have said now, is the only time I've ever seen private lobbies was in the semi-finals the first time, now 2 weeks ago. And
And
I thought to
because it's only
myself,
two guys.
yeah, it's like two people. I was like, yep, even people from their own teams let the other people in. I was like, okay, fine, fair enough. The stakes are high, and but the rest of the season, like you would have come into our lobbies, we would have come into other teams' lobbies. They'll practice together, see the strats, see the cars, and there will be no issues. So I completely
Yes.
second what you are saying there. And I can't think of any other competitive league that where you'll see the competitors actually practicing together. Even though they're going to race against
Yes.
each other.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. And one more thing I'd just like to say is I know I've been for a while, and I'm sure he must have given up on me. But Josh used to always invite me to GTSSA. In fact, there were times where I was supposed to make races, and it's I think one I did make it, and there was lobby issues, and there was another one I made it, and it was load shedding, and I just gave up after that because obviously it's a midweek, which is a bit difficult for me, and obviously it's a later race. But I will try one of the seasons and try and at least compete in half a season with ETSSA guys because they are also good friends of mine. I'm part of their WhatsApp group for I think from the time they created that group. I'm obviously less active because when I look at it, it's
Yeah,
over 10,000
it's
messages, which I
it is
just cannot go
mad.
through. Yeah.
It
So,
is
but
mad.
the guys must know that I'm not single-sided, and it's the game, and
That's
obviously we
awesome.
want everyone to get involved, as much as possible.
So we can knock on your door when the next Chatbox Cup is starting to cash prize events.
Look, when it comes to prizes, I'd rather stay out, because
You
I
can just
don't I
donate
don't
it if
guys
you
do.
want.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe I'd rather do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's only every second Monday. Let me not punt that. I'll give you some more details after the interview. But yeah, it's going to be awesome, and thanks a million. Truly, 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 thanks a million. I think this is the most responses we've gotten from our viewers with regards to the insight that you brought them. And a lot of people are requesting GTA's Academy by Petham. Okay, so we can also speak about that behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay. All right, no problem. But yeah, thanks a lot, Tino, Ruan. Appreciate you guys, and also the guys that's been on, on the live chat. Yeah, we'll chat soon. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the lobby soon.
All right, thanks a lot, brother. Truly, guys. Okay, so guys, we're not going to do a Manu lab guide and a Nations lab guide, unfortunately. I do think that that interview was more important, unfortunately, than those two lab guides. We do have it pre-recorded. We will definitely send it to you on the groups. Donkey and Mr. Pace, apologies for that, brother. What is your suggestion?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just we'll put it on YouTube maybe after the show. And
Yes.
then send the links to that. So, but that's for the lab
Perfect,
guides.
we can post it on the groups. Perfect, yeah, that's for the lab guides, guys. So, Ruan,
Yeah.
what did you think about the interview?
Yeah, very cool, man. Really cool having Petham on the show. But yeah, dude, it shows you can be anyone, anywhere, and be good at GT Sport. So yeah, a lot of practice and consistency, obviously.
I agree with you. I mean, the timing that is on now, like I said, he's 41 and he's still taking names. And everybody wants to beat Petham. So it's basically almost like a Floyd Mayweather type situation. You are going to get people who might be able to beat him every now and then. But like he said now, he's past his peak. His peak was about 4 or 5 years ago. And imagine that he's off peak and he's still driving this insane pace. It is madness.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Not to rush, but I just want to quickly do the segment on King of the Ring. So I think everyone knows that we have the finals coming up shortly. So I'm going to quickly.
Well, you do that. I'll quickly get the race done.
Cool. So yeah, let's first go into the promo video.
I am the king, 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 king. I am the king, 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 king. I am the king, 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 king. I am the king, 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 king. I am the king, 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 king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, 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 king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, 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 king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, 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 king. Come on now, beat. I am the king and will not be. I am the king and king and will not be. King and will not. I am the king and king and will not. Will not be. King and will not. Switch.
So there we have it, guys. King of the Ring. Pool 2 final on the 18th, all 3 races. So yeah, please tune in to KLM Pace's channel for that. As I believe we have pretty much 3 races for each pool. And yeah, pool 1 on the 1st of September and pool 2 on the 18th of August. Should be a lot of fun. So yeah, race 1 with the super formulas at Nürburgring GP circuit. Race 2, I think that's the GT3 Merc around the Nordschleife, and then race 3 Nürburgring 24-hour layout. So should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see that super formula in Nürburgring GP. Massive respect to the guys who are going to be able to manage that. So
yeah,
should be very good.
100%. Cool. So moving on to Chatbox semi-final 1 race. So this is interesting. The guys were allowed to do full tuning on the Mazda Roadster touring car around circuit Barcelona, Catalunya, the GP circuit. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Are we starting?
Starting the qualifying now, yes.
Okay, awesome.
It's going to be very interesting to see. The guys have been tuning, getting the elbow grease on, everything for the last week. It's going to be very interesting to see. Just another point of info, Ruan has decided what this race will be, and I'll decide what the final race will be. So this is a very interesting combo and should definitely see some competitive racing. So kudos on the choice, brother.
Yeah, and so the guys are driving with Sport Soft and Sport Medium. They have to use the medium compound at some point in the race. So it should be at least a 1-stopper. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the guys decide to do.
Okay, so the quali is about to start, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen here. So have a 10 minutes qualification, which after the 10 minutes will stop, and then they'll have time for a tyre change just to make it fair and equal. And then yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen here. Run as usual, you run the direction here. You want to go through the liveries?
Yeah, so it looks like Fluffy has pretty interesting livery. Looks like it was like wall graffiti spray paint, which is pretty cool.
It does look quite interesting.
And also flying out of the pits there, so he'll definitely be the first one to put on the time. If we look at Pace's team, or J-Dub in Pace's team, JOO Pace. Let me see the livery a little bit closer. But yeah, also pretty cool livery. Looks like the guys are
The Pace and Legacy team like their dark colors.
yeah, man, really cool livery. Then we have DMR Travis. Also very nice half livery, or cut in the middle livery. Looks interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting, in fact.
And then Flukvark with these Castrol colors on his car, which also looks pretty boss. You don't see.
Flukvark has always been the underdog in these races, but he's stepped up. He has genuinely stepped up.
100%, man. And then lastly, Stig.
Pace Phantoms is in the semi-final race after this. Gen 3 having 2 races this evening, semi-final 1 and 2. So, to answer your question, Pace, your teammate is in the next race.
Okay, so what do you think about pole? Who's taking pole? This is quite a competitive pool, I must say.
It is a competitive
Fluffy,
pool.
J-Dub, Flukvark, Travis, and Stig. All of them are on top there, man.
Podium and pole position, I would say I'll put Fluffy. Then I would put Flukvark. And then it's going to be difficult between JW Pace and Travis. Only reason I'm not going to rate JW Pace, as he mentioned that he's arriving and driving with 4 minutes of practice. So I have a discussion with him afterwards why he's not taking this seriously, man.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What do you think?
Some guys are busy. Yeah, Fluffy's always up there, so I think he'll probably take pole. And then, to be honest, second, on the recent races we've had, probably Flakvark or Travis. If you're saying J-Dub didn't practice, so, and then maybe, yeah, we'll have to see, because obviously these guys also had to do some tuning on these cars, so we'll see if anyone's done any tuning. We did give a base tune, which was pretty quick for me, but I think it could have been refined a lot more. So yeah.
Agreed.
And I know that Fluffy also shared his tune. So yeah, we'll see. But Fluffy is here, almost finishing his first lap.
And Pace is right behind him. The gap doesn't look like it opened up that much. Oh, he's just got a better exit, so let's see what the times will be. 2:01.2.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
2:02.05. Ooh, very close between Flakvark and Travis.
Yeah, very quick.
Interesting.
Stig slowing it down just a little bit. But yeah, they still have a few minutes. Should be able to get a lap or two in.
Yes, surely.
And honestly, the tyre weigh is not too bad. So
yeah, just the tyre weight between J-Dub and Flakvark is quite significant. And then if you see Fluffy and Travis's left tyre weight is not as much. So maybe it might be a tuning difference?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. But yeah, so far J-Dub looks fairly quick, but Fluffy quite far ahead at 8 tenths quicker than the other guys. So yeah, man, he's flying. Although it looks like J-Dub's keeping that gap pretty much the same to
Let's
Fluffy.
see the delta.
So maybe he improves.
Plus 239, slightly slower, yeah. Flakvark is minus 781. We messed up that corner a slight bit. And Travis, he's had a little spin out. Flakvark might improve his lap time. Yeah, Mr. Fox, where's his missing? I just spoke to him on the phone. He's still, unfortunately, still busy at work.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ooh, Flakvark is making two small mistakes there because he was on almost purple, so...
Let's see, J-Dub improves his time.
Improves his time.
J-Dub as well, just but barely. Yeah, Fluffy's flying right now.
Ooh, Travis just jumped Flakvark. There is nothing in between Travis and 202.084, 202.024. Flakvark did make a small mistake though that last sector because he was 7 tenths up on his time. He must be kicking himself now.
I must say, these cars are so much fun to drive. I love the races with these Mazdas, man.
And little GR4 cars, if they tune properly.
Yeah, they're just fun. They're a little bit more loose than your GR4 cars, obviously, but yeah, man, so much fun.
It's only 600th between J-Dub and Travis. And only 1/10 between Flakvark and Travis.
Yeah, Fluffy's flying right now.
Ooh,
Although,
J-Dub is 0.455 up on his time.
yeah, man. And he's got a little bit of slip now as well, I think.
No, I think he's out. If he's not making a mistake, he might have a good lap here. Fluffy, but did mention that. How do you think J-Dub's doing? He's the only one that's going to give me grey hairs. He's very worried about him.
Well, it looks like J-Dub might just improve a little bit here.
Quite significant, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Fluffy. Ooh,
Yeah, well done.
well done.
That was a really good lap, man.
Ooh, also a good lap from Travis. He improved his time by 5/10. And look at the difference in fuel also between Fluffy and the rest. Fluffy's a master mechanic, dude. He can really tune.
Wow, he's going quick now. 3/10 up on his time.
I think he was just giving people some slack.
But I'm not sure they'll have enough time to finish this lap. We'll see.
True, it's 10 minutes only.
Ooh, Fluffy going really wide.
Pushing the track limits there. Fluffy got a penalty, he's going off.
Okay, so J-Dub done pretty well considering he hasn't practiced, so...
Yeah, very true. Very true. So let's have a look at the time.
And there, we can start the race.
Beautiful. Okay, so we did get it.
Are we exiting? Tires,
Yes,
okay.
it's in for tire change, yes.
So what's that? Fluffy, J-Dub, Travis, Flakvark.
That's true and correct. Let's quickly change the road order. Come on, come on. Everybody's in. Change the road order. It's Fluffy, J-Dub, Travis, Flakvark, Stevie. Okay. This is going to be interesting. And then also, usually was going to be only 6 drivers, it was going to be 7, but 2 people can't make it, so basically everyone of these drivers will be. Where's your recommended run?
Sorry?
What is your predictions?
Yeah, well, Fluffy looks on fire. So we'll just have to see. I think if J-Dub got a little bit of a hang of the track, he might be able to put him under pressure.
Solid start. Solid start. Looks like any incidents might be happening.
Yeah, these cars make the racing quite close, so should be fun to watch.
I agree. I completely agree. Tons of respect between these races.
Fluffy already pulling a little bit of a gap there.
Definitely. So, if you have to predict the top 5 here, who would it be? In sequence though.
I'll say in sequence of the quali. Although maybe Travis can maybe put J-Dub under a little bit of pressure. But we'll have to see. I see Flakvark has fallen back behind Stig. But so far everyone is still in slip, so nice and close.
Yeah, it's going to be very nice because I agree with you. I'm not sure why Flakvark has dropped back, but let's have a look at the tyres. Well, everybody starts on their sports medium, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, everyone started on mediums.
What do you rate the different strategies that we're going to be able to see?
Maybe we'll have a 2-stop and they only do one lap on mediums. I'm not sure how slow the mediums are compared to the softs. But yeah, let's see. Maybe everyone goes to pit now. Not sure.
In about 15 seconds we'll be able to tell. So guys, this is a 30-minute endurance race. Sports softs and sports mediums are compulsory. Nope, looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, everyone's going. They've obviously done their practice. J-Dub falling just outside of Fluffy's slip right now. But all the rest of the guys are still in slip.
J-Dub's car shooting for a little bit more top end than what Fluffy Bud is because he was catching him on the straight without slip. The delta was dropping.
Yeah, but already a second difference. But looks like Travis is putting J-Dub in a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, it looks like Travis and J-Dub's going to have fun here. Fluffy might get the best benefit of this.
Ooh, Travis on the inside just takes J-Dub. J-Dub going a little bit wide and losing a spot to Stig. So Stig is making his way up from last place.
Stig has got massive race experience, and then J-Dub, I'm not sure why he dropped back a bit there. I don't think he wants to press and make mistakes now.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be able to. He's going to try and take advantage of the opportunity and maybe feel safe. Well, there he goes for the loop on the outside.
Yeah, he took the previous corner a little bit too wide, and that's why Stig could just pull in. But yeah, Fluffy starting to pull a sizable gap, yeah.
It does, but it looks like Travis is also putting a gap on Stiggy behind him.
100%.
Well, Travis was the fastest lap, so...
Yeah, so these mediums look a lot slower than the softs, obviously. Ooh, J-Dub all over the place, it seems.
Yeah, he just overtook Stig and then they lost a second about there, yes.
Yeah, again, it just looked like he braked a little bit too late on that start-finish straight. But there's still a lot of time in this race, so...
Massive amounts of time up. Completely agree. Listen here, Travis is keeping up with Fluffy, but eh?
Yeah, it looks like he's catching him a little bit. It was 1.5 gap earlier. But Fluffy saving so much more fuel than Travis
I was
right
just
now.
about to say, massive amount of fuel difference.
Yeah, J-Dub falling
Joe
behind
made
a little
another
bit now.
mistake, yes. He made another mistake on the left hand after the back straight.
Flakvart looking at taking Stig now, side by side.
I love this. I love this.
Making it look easy.
Stiggy tried coming for the cutback, but Flakvart sort of just closed him down.
Yeah, Flakvark and Fluffy are saving the most fuel right now.
Well, you might see Flakvart actually jump that gap between himself and Travis in the pits. There's about a 10% difference, 7-8% difference already.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Unless these guys are trying to stay on mediums for the whole race, I don't think they would.
I can't see that they would either. Losing 2 seconds of that. And also, with not being too much traffic on the track, additional stops on softer compounds might be far more beneficial because you're not going to come out into traffic.
Yeah, 100%. We should see about 15 laps, I guess.
Give or take, I agree.
Yeah, Travis catching up a little bit again to Fluffy. I don't know, it seems like Travis
There's a
keeps
big cost
catching...
of fuel, yeah.
Yeah, but he's catching him on the straights mostly. Some on
Very
board,
interesting.
some on board with Travis.
Yeah, let's have a look at them. Always very interesting to see the interior of these cars. But Travis and Fluffy, but definitely putting a gap on Flakvark.
Yeah, by miles.
Flakvark might jump in the pits a little bit, but it's not going to be a 4-second jump. Might be a 1.5 or 2-second jump, which is still significant.
Yeah, Travis is burning a lot of fuel, that's for sure.
He's definitely.
It seems like everyone's saving fuel except Travis. It might work out for him. He is pulling up a big enough gap to Flakvark.
for sure. Depends on what his tire strategy is. If his fuel's not going to last to his tires, it's not going to help him. Okay, there we go.
Fluffy into the pits.
Fluffy's going to do 5 and 10. He's going to do 5 and 10.
Well, we'll see. If he fills up his fuel, he's definitely... He may consider that.
Because it's 20 minutes left, 10 laps.
Yeah, he's filling up.
He's going to do 5 laps and 10 laps. 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Very smart. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, Trevor's still pulling that gap on Vlakvark. But yeah, his fuel looking very low right now. Be interesting to see where he jumps if Vlakvark can get that gap down quite significantly.
Agreed. If this fuel can't last for another 30 minutes, then no, the fuel will last for another 3 minutes. So he won't run out of fuel if he's trying to do 15 minutes, 50 minutes. It'll be very interesting. And there's almost no skill level difference between the top guys there. I think you're almost losing it. Travis made a very big mistake there. Little spin outie, which allowed Vlakvark to gain 0.8.
Well, he's still 4.3 ahead, so...
It was basically 4.9 until he made a little slip out, so might put him under a little bit more pressure. He's going for another lap. Very consistent, 2036, 2034, 2032, 2030, 2034. That's consistent.
Yeah, J-Dub coming in now for his softs, it seems.
To be this consistent on a 2-minute track is very, very good.
Yeah, but we should see Fluffy start doing 201s now that he's on softs.
Yeah, and look at the consistency of Vlakvark also. It's 2045, 2043, 2040, 2034, 2036. So that little bit of traffic that he had in the beginning definitely cost him.
Yeah, and the car's also a lot lighter now with hardly any fuel.
I don't know about consistently specifically now. The strat is from the start, 2036, 2034, 2032, 2030, 2034. Stignator also had a lucky battle or two. But all of them are hitting 203s with their lap times on the medium, so very good to see us. And it looks like it's about a 20-second pit stop if you for fuel filled max.
Yeah, 100%.
Very long pit stop. So the extra stop might cost you too much here.
Well, Travis definitely has to pit now.
He has to, yes.
We'll see how much time.
Lost him off of the race.
Yeah, we'll have to see how much time Fluffy gained on him by pitting earlier. And he has to put in a lot of fuel, so. Vlakvark also pitting now.
Smart.
And Stig.
It'll be very interesting to see this.
Yeah, Fluffy immediately with a 201, so he's flying, man. J-Dub may also pass the rest of the guys. So yeah, staying out longer on those mediums didn't help them much.
But we will see what happens with regards to these sports starts. Or Travis is going to have 2-3 more laps worth of tyres wear.
Yeah, sure, but the tyre wear is not too bad with these sports softs. But yeah, so J-Dub suddenly again from being last just in second place, man.
Incredible, yeah. The earlier stop definitely helped.
But Fluffy is now very far ahead.
There's definitely a racing experience that Travis will still gain knowledge on the more he races, so might be a good learning curve for him.
Well, he still has a lot of time to catch up to J-Dub, but yeah, I think Fluffy definitely has it if he doesn't do anything stupid.
Let's have a look and see what happens at the end, yeah. But definitely on your first stint you need to save more. But this halfway split of Travis might work coming closer to the end. So let's just see that tyre wear difference. But I don't think it's going to be a 10-second gap. If you fuel save, that gap might have only been 6 seconds or 7 seconds. And that would have been maybe plausible to chase down on the last 3-4 laps in a tyre wear. But only if you manage to fuel save.
Yeah, J-Dub pulling just a little bit away from Travis as well.
Well, both Travis and J-Dub is faster than Fluffy on the straights. Unless Fluffy just made a mistake.
Yeah.
He just lost 2.5 seconds.
He did, yeah. But also J-Dub didn't put much fuel in, so
He's going to stop again.
I wonder if he's going to stop again, and that may be why he ended up in front of Travis, yeah.
I agree.
But Fluffy looks very comfortable out in front.
It does. Flockpark only 2 seconds from Travis and Sticky only 3 seconds from Flockpark, so it's still a close race.
Yeah, maybe J-Dub can stay out with the fuel he has, but I don't think so. I think he definitely will need to put it in.
Laps now.
Yeah.
Always going to fuel to such an extent that his lap times are not going to be able to withstand the gap closure from Travis. J-Dub and Travis are retaining that gap to Fluffy Butter, even with his mistake, eh?
Yeah, they actually, it looks like they're catching up slowly. But Fluffy has a lot of fuel compared to J-Dub, so his cards are at least a little bit heavier.
He is still fuel saving, so.
And J-Dub suddenly with the fastest lap as well, so yeah, he's definitely pushing.
Travis's tyre was also quite significantly better than J-Dub and Fluffy Butter.
Yeah, but he puts it later than them.
And he did a 2:01.434, only 1,000th of the fastest lap.
Yeah,
insane.
That is crazy, man.
He's got a purple sector, so look at that gap to Fluffy.
Yeah, they're catching him slowly. But like we said, J-Dub will have to put again, I think.
Yeah, Travis is going to be just too far behind with his fuel saving. And I don't think in the next 5 laps, Fluffy's going to lose so much lap time to close an 8.5 second gap.
Yeah, Travis doesn't need a fuel save. He filled up his tank. He's going. At 15 minutes he went in, so it took him 15 minutes to finish up. So I think he's
So
just.
it's going to be another 5 laps, but I don't think 8.5 second difference is going to be being able to close. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's catching Fluffy right now. Ooh, did J-Dub make a mistake? Suddenly Travis is much closer.
Didn't look like it. I think I had a bad exit on that left-hander. Sticky just followed mine slowly but surely. J-Dub puts in. There's going to be new
It'll be
blood for
interesting
Travis.
whether he's going to change tires or not. Maybe he's just going to put in fuel. I don't think he needs to change tires.
They've got tires ready. Obviously, they don't know if he's going to press yes or no. They're
Yeah.
changing tires, yes. The gap is closing significantly faster than I would think. It's on 7.7 now, so. Fluffy looks like it's going to have too little fuel at this moment, but the rate is going to be slow, depreciative than what Travis is. So Fluffy, but obviously made sure that he jumps the pits, but he has to fuel save the last stint. Whereas Travis is not going to need to fuel save, I think. You said he hit pit 15, he was on his empty, right?
Yeah, Fluffy's been fuel saving the whole race.
Yes.
Because he pretty much put it at 10 minutes or at 20 minutes and
Yeah.
had half a tank of fuel, and now he's past 10 minutes and still pretty much has half a tank of fuel. So yeah, he's been fuel saving the whole race. Whether Travis can catch up 7 seconds in 7 minutes, I'm not sure.
We just caught up 1.2 seconds, it looks like. I caught up 1.2 seconds so far in a lap, so there's about 3-4 laps left. I don't think he's going to catch now. It's going to be super close. Only if he managed to fuel save on the first stint, then he would have been maybe 4 seconds behind now, and it would have been close race. But so we learn, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he would have had the pace if he didn't. If he did fuel
Fair
save.
enough. If you fuel save in the beginning, yes. Fluffy's pitting.
Oh, that is interesting.
Fluffy's pitting. Tires are going to be shot, bro.
Where's he going to come out? That's the question. He's putting in fuel.
That was very, very interesting. You only had about 3-4 laps left. You could have made it with that fuel.
Yeah, that changes things around a bit.
Quite significantly, yes.
Unless-
He throws us a curveball. Maybe his fuel wasn't going to make it, or
Or-
maybe the tires aren't as good that long.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants fastest lap. We'll see.
I don't think those tires are that good at that end, eh?
Travis's lap times have been pretty consistent so far, as well on the second stint. 2014, 2013, 2014. So
I remember he did 3 laps more, so add another 3 to that and another 3. Let's see the drop off. Because I can't see with Fluffy's experience for him to put if he knew he can make it.
yeah, Fluffy was consistently doing low 202s, but
Yes, while fuel saving, yeah.
yeah.
I don't think Travis would have caught. Unless the drop off was going to be significant, or they know that the drop off is worse than we thought because we haven't practiced the full stints yet.
Well, only time will tell.
Mm.
And like we said, the dark horse Vlakvaart might just be in second, like you said.
His rear is much more loose than what the other cars' rears are. And he's catching, but Fluffy's catching him with a massive speed, so.
Yeah, Flakvark just has to keep it clean. It's easier to defend than
Chase down and attack.
yeah. So
Agreed. Jake fell behind with that. Stignator's still in the lead, so still between the two of them. And Stiggy's only 11 seconds off pace. It's really not that much. And yeah, it's very interesting how this race turned around. It was a very interesting choice from Fluffy, but I want to find out his thoughts on that afterwards on the chat. So, well, on the WhatsApp group.
Travis had a terrible lap 12 with 2:02.8.
Yes, 2:08. So that was quite significant. That's what Flakvark was catching. Fluffy is definitely catching Flakvark. I think he might catch him before the time's done. I think he might just. Especially if they're going to go to an extra lap.
Well, we've got 2 laps left, it seems. So
It does seem that way, yes. Fluffy takes that last chicane beautifully.
yeah, Travis is definitely starting to lose time.
So it looks like the drop-off is quite significant.
But yeah, I think the race is on to see if Fluffy can catch Flakvark.
Going to be very interesting. Well, there's this lap left and the following one, so let's see. It's going to be very, very interesting.
He's catching quick. 1.2 behind
Yes,
now.
we all know Fluffy, if he's on a roll, not much that can stop him. He's genuinely catching, especially to these mid sectors. Fluffy's on him like white on rice, Fluffy rice.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a last lap showdown with these two. That's for sure.
I do believe that Fluffy's going to take him before the next lap starts. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, Flakvark! Almost had a spin out. You see Fluffy, eh? Such a humble, respectful driver. Truly is. Champion of champions. Every week we learn something new from his experience. I mean, he's been racing since 2008, so since Gran Turismo 1. Insane. So he's got him, and yeah. Travis is definitely struggling with lap times, but I think the lead is just a significant amount too much. T2 DMR boys up there, JWO pace, ish. Expecting a lot more from him there because he stunned us with the qualifying.
Yeah, I think just the lack of practice. He probably didn't know what strat to use and so on.
I think so too.
See if Flakvark can maybe catch Fluffy, but I don't think so. His tires are
Not with that warm tires, his
completely
tires are
warm.
shot. He's pushing. Look how much Fluffy's catching Travis now. Travis just did a 2.33. That might be very interesting.
And his fuel looks
Fluffy's doing
really low.
201s. Fluffy's catching 2 seconds a lap on the last 2 laps on him, eh? So he might end up in his slipstream, might actually just pass him. Look at that delta drop, brother.
Yeah, it's dropping quick. But 3 seconds.
It's dropping very quick. Because the lap time in the last 2 laps is 2 seconds faster, 2 seconds faster, so the technical section is there's still one more technical section left.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough track.
No, unless Travis makes a little bit of a mistake. Look at that, 4/10 up. Jada with a 2:01.1.
We're going to get a 2 minute now with Fluffy.
Oh, you passed Stiganator.
Stiganator must have made a mistake because I think he was like 7 seconds ahead of
Yes,
J-Dub.
agreed.
But
Oh, he
again,
went to put again.
J-Dub did a 2-stop where Stiganator did a 1-stop.
This was very close, much closer than anticipated.
Travis taking it.
Beautiful.
And Fluffy with a 2 minute 4.
2:04. Yes. Insane lap time.
And J-Dub and Stig are right next to each other. And J-Dub will just take it.
Super racing. Sticking out out of fuel. Super result. This was a super result. Great stuff, guys. Awesome racing. We can tell the next people to come into the lobby and then have a look at it. That's going to be super fun.
Cool, interesting race. So it looks like both the 1-stopper and 2-stopper are viable.
Or equally fast.
It's just you
Wow.
suffer on those tires at the end.
You do. It was super interesting. Fluffy threw us a little curveball there, so I was speechless a bit, taken back. It felt like you can learn. But have a look at how much that drop off is tire wear.
Yeah, it was nuts actually, but
Look what Fluffy Butt said, strategy boo boo. I pull one exit floppy. Exit the plobby. That was a fantastic race.
yeah. Also another strong pool now. Phantoms, Shoaib, Mikhail, Dog Fox 1.
Okay, just give me about 30-40 seconds if you don't mind just carrying on with the deliveries of the people who've entered, and then we can start the quali in 2 minutes.
Sounds good. Yeah, Dog Fox 1 with his nice yellow chatbox livery. Mazda Speed, yeah. With Dino the Clown on the hood, very nice. Very nice Dog Fox 1.
Every week he's had something.
Yeah, well, someone has to be the clown, right?
No, apparently. Oh, kudos on him. I think one of the 25 rand prizes for nicest livery design will go to him, definitely, I think.
100%. Yeah, Shoaib with the very aqua color blue. Mazda Racing, very plain, to the point livery. But we always have to look at Phantom's liveries because he just knows how, I guess. With these Phoenix Esports livery. Very nice. And Kuchi running his King of the Ring livery. I think we used these cars in King of the Ring as the first or second race of the season.
I remember the one which you beat Barberton.
I don't know if it was that race, that particular race.
Do you think it was the one that you beat Barberton?
I can't remember. No, that's the one where Biblux and myself and Chop Prince were battling quite a bit. All the way to the end, basically. Yeah, who are we still waiting for?
Wolfman Willie just quickly left. He'll be back right now, then we can start to qualify.
Okay, cool.
That's a day.
Yeah, Wolfman Willie with his Zippo livery, very cool though.
As you entered him back again.
Yeah, he's in. He's on track.
Okay, so quality can start. Simba.
Yeah, another pool where it's going to be very difficult to figure out who's going to be pole. But we always know Mikhail is super fast. Same with Shoaib, Phantoms, Dark Fox 1.
So we've got Mikhail, Dark Fox 1, GTR SA, Phantoms, Wolfman Willie and Kuchi. If I had to guess podium year, it's very difficult. There are four people that I believe are very competitive and close. It's Mikhail, GTR SA, Shoaib, I Phantoms, and obviously DMR TSM JDJ, the youngster, the 15-year-old, and that has also got a massively bright future ahead of it. What do you think?
Yeah. Again, it's going to be tough to say. We saw with the strategies can play quite a big role. I'd be interested to see if anyone does less laps on mediums, like we saw in the previous race, and gets on softs sooner, just because you can gain a lot of time with them. So it'll be interesting to see what the guys decide to do.
John has just exited the pits, and he's on.
For some reason, do not see him.
Well, he had AD and he just came back on now.
Okay, I'm gonna exit and come back in.
No problem, I'll keep a verbal discussion with the guys with my verbal diarrhea, so that's perfectly fine.
Oh,
Oh well, looks like my microphone wasn't off while I was saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Rookie mistake, it's just my lovely wife sitting next to me, so.
Okay, just loading up into the lobby. Are you doing a test start with the guys?
They're already busy with qualifying, so
right,
3 minutes
right.
is in, nobody's making. Carl's on a nice lap at the moment. Going to be very interesting. The more Speedmeter has entered the room. Just quickly, unfortunately, going to have to kick him. Okay, so let's see the first guy passing the finish line. Mr. Mikhail getting for this is, so let's see the times.
Yeah, I reset, so I'm not sure what the times are. You're going to have to tell us.
He just did it now at 202.6. Here, 202.2.
Nice. What did we see in the first race? 201s, right? 201.4, 201.5 for quali laps. Phantoms.
No, 201.4.
Yeah, Phantoms 202.4 it seems.
Oh, that's interesting. Wolfman Woody with a 203.059. Quickly 203.3. Dark Fox 2 minutes 9.526. Gonna be very interesting
See
to
what,
next year.
yeah, what Jean can do. Yeah, let's hope.
Or he's in the middle sector now, so we should find out in about a minute or so. Shoaib just going wide. Phantom's following in suit a little bit wide. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, Jean coming in now. See what he can do.
Yes, looks like he's on quite a significant lap here. Oh, he's going to take it. Watch this lap time. I just saw the entry to the turn. They took a look at this lap time.
Well
Here
done.
we go. Well done.
202 flat.
You get more. I can guarantee you, Flores, his dad is going there. Moishena, Moishena.
100%.
Flores behind him. Left Flores.
Shoaib coming in now.
Biggest supporter. Oh, Kyle, 201.7. Steals it.
Wow. Ooh, Phantom's getting a penalty just on the last corner.
Oh, that's bad. Unfortunately. Viva Hela.
Ooh, Mikhail again on a purple sector.
Very interesting. Gonna be interesting. John is 0.4 up on his time. Not purple yet, but 0.4 up on his time. Which means Mikhail, whoever had purple, didn't go as fast through this last sector as what you can. Look at the time. Yep, I think he's going to grab it here.
You reckon?
I think John might grab it here. Yes. There we go.
Well done. But Mikhail was also looking strong for his lap. Let's see what he does.
On the last sector now. 54.
Also looking
Oh, this is
fast.
going to be close. It's going to be 0.150 either way.
Super close.
Very close.
Shoaib taking pole.
Shoaib,
Just.
1.5.
Well done.
What's it mean? I'll wait later. Looks like sickly, more than sick. You can move around. Stop me as go again.
Yeah, so as we have it, Shoaib in first place, Jean in second, and Mikhail in third. So what, they get sometimes change their tires now? Well, once the race starts.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm just getting a tire change.
I don't know how that worked out. The Dog Fox one put it in the end. Do you want the positions, Dean?
Alright, so it looks like John is in P1.
No, it was Shoaib, I think.
I don't think Shoaib and John can see each other.
What?
Because John said he's in P1.
No, it was definitely Shoaib.
Shoaib, John, Mikhail.
Let me just check.
Stanton.
Let me just check and make sure. Oh wait,
They got
oh wait.
so-
Just 1 second. It may have been.
So I know some people can't see people on the track.
Yeah, sorry. The last that I see it was Jean in first, Shoaib second, Mikhail third.
Fourth Phantoms.
Fourth Phantoms, sixth Willie, seventh Cookie.
What about Dog Fox 1?
Fourth.
No, who aren't you seeing?
I'm seeing everyone. I'm seeing 7 people.
John, Shoaib, Mikhail.
Dark Fox.
Phantoms was 4.
I've got Dark Fox as 4. I've got
Phantoms as 5.
What is
Okay,
Dark?
then
Oh, wait. Dark Fox says he was 5, so put him as 5 then. But I'm just looking back at the stream.
No problem. Wolfman Willie was in 6th. Here we go. All sorted.
Cool.
John has just stolen back at the end. Well done, my man. Going to be very interesting this race. Who do you think is podium?
It's going to be tough to say. Any one of the guys in the top 5 can do it.
Flores, don't retract your messages. Keep it on the stream, man. Okay, we are on John, TSM, JDJ, and Chase Cam, but reverse view so we can see the whole grid. Beautiful. Oh, Mikhail coming on the inside with a super launch. He had an incredible launch.
Yeah, now on board.
Awesome view. On
Shoaib.
board with Shoaib. Perfect placements to see this. Very close indeed.
Okay, so Shoaib starting on softs.
Very interesting to see that strat.
Mikhail as well. TSM JDJ on mediums. Dark Fox 1 on mediums. Wolfman mediums. Phantoms on mediums. And Kuchi on
Shoaib's probably
mediums.
going to look at making a move on John. And John will probably allow him not to fight too much because he needs to save his mediums. Because Shoaib is on the faster tire there. Interesting. Oh, now Dark Fox is in the plaything. John is going to make it difficult for himself to block Shoaib because everybody's going to catch up to him. I would rather let Shoaib go past and then try and pull the pace.
Yeah, but
That's not in bad.
it's to his advantage to keep Shoaib behind.
But the people in the back with the mediums now are catching up, which he would probably have gotten away from.
Yeah, but
Now Mikhail's getting away quite a bit.
yeah.
Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, Shoaib has managed to make the move. And now John just needs to stick with him and fuel save with his mediums. That would be the goal, especially with the slipstream in the straight. He might make his medium slightly faster and
Yeah.
be able to fuel save.
Yeah, very tight in the mid pack right now.
Very, very tight. Mikhail 3 seconds ahead.
Shoaib should be able to pull away a little bit now.
Oh, John just grabbed the slipstream there now. It'll be interesting to see.
Dark Fox 1 pulling a move on Jean, outbreaking himself completely.
Interesting. He's gonna kick himself out of the race.
Suddenly Phantoms in 4th.
Oh, Kuchi, it looks like Kuchi went to pit maybe. Always on speed at the moment.
He did qualify last, I think, as well.
Well, he's 16 seconds behind Dark Fox 1 and 20 seconds behind that in one lap.
Yeah, he may have pitted because I think he was on mediums. So I'm not sure. Let's just check.
He was on mediums, you're correct. This is brand new tires.
Yeah,
He might work to his advantage.
Mikhail pulling a nice gap right now. Same
It
with
looks like both catching up, yeah.
yeah, but Shoaib's pulling away from, definitely pulling away from John.
Phantom's also a nice experience here. It'll be interesting. Gonna be very, very interesting. Ooh, John making a little mistake on the exit there. Oh, and Phantom's slightly following him.
Phantom's almost in his slip. But Shoaib definitely catching up to Mikhail right now.
For sure.
Yeah, and Phantom's putting John a little bit under pressure now.
It'll be very good racing. If these two manage to work with each other, they might be able to get a significant jump on the other guys, especially on the last stint.
Yeah, it depends what strategy Mikhail and Shoaib are on. We never saw this in the first race, so Wolfman Willie in front of Dog Fox 1, but Fox putting him under pressure, it seems. Really cool livery from Wolfman.
Let's see what's happening in the front here. So yeah, Shoaib is genuinely catching Mikhail quite significantly. It's going to be an interesting race.
And saving a little bit more fuel than Mikhail as well. Tiny bit, but
Maybe 1 or 2% might be enough just to bring someone back in the slip. But look at Mikhail's actual acceleration out of the corners and stuff in that exit corner. And his top end is much faster. Look at that delta.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just seems like his acceleration isn't that great. But we'll have to see again in the middle sector, because Shoaib's definitely catching him in the middle sectors.
John is putting a slight gap on TSM JDJ. Hey, Dog Fox 1 is managing to keep up. Well done, brother. Driving very, very nicely here.
Yeah, Wolfman Willie must have made a mistake, because Kuchi just caught up 3 seconds really quickly. But also considering Kuchi's on softs now.
No, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it looks like Shoaib catches Mikhail in the middle sector, but on that straight,
pulls it
Mikhail just takes it away, man.
Now, Shoaib is still saving slightly bit more fuel than Mikhail.
It'll be interesting to see how many laps they do on these softs. We know that Mikhail's on controller, and you can see a little bit more tire wear than what Shoaib has.
It's not as big of a difference with other races.
True. Yeah, Phantom's falling a bit behind now to Jean.
Well, it was 1.005 in the previous lap right at this moment, so the train of them are right there. It's right there. Almost nothing in it. Almost nothing in it.
Phantom's also saving quite a bit of fuel.
Quite a big number. It does seem that way.
And Kuchi by far has the most fuel, but I think he may have filled up when he pitted. Although I'm not sure if he did pit. I think he did on the first lap.
Definitely.
I just didn't notice, yeah.
Just look at the tire wear between him and Kyle.
Yeah, but usually if someone pits, there should be a P next to with the number, isn't it? On the laps.
Because he pits at end of lap 1. Look at his lap time, 2:31. He did pit at the end of lap 1.
Okay.
That's why his lap time is 2:31. And the other people are 2:10, 2:11, 2:12. And look at the tire wear compared to him and Mikhail. Oh, Shahib definitely closing up the gap now. Looks like Mikhail made a slight mistake.
No one pitting just yet.
I'm very confident. Yeah, it doesn't look that way. I think they're going to go a lap or two more than what Fluffy Butt did.
Wow, GTRSA with the 2:11.
2:11. Look
Pretty
at those
quick.
times, 2:18, 2:18, 2:14, 2:11. I think they might be 2 laps more than what Fluffy Butt did, so they don't have to put again, like Fluffy Butt did. It was going to be interesting if Fluffy didn't pit, but I think Travis might have caught up to him in the end with that big drop-off that we saw.
Yeah.
John has pulled about 0.2 in the last lap on Travis.
On
Phantoms,
Phantoms.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, 0.3. Exactly 0.3. 2044 versus 2041. Very consistent driving from John. And 2040, 2041, 2041. Well, he was on a good exit, 0.3 faster on that lap, but he made a small mistake. Shahid now within 1.1 seconds from Mikhail as well. I was on board with him here. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful racing. I think the rotation of this car can go so much.
They're just so much fun to drive, man.
Then another fastest lap. I believe between Mikhail and Shoaib, who's putting in massively fast zones like this, we might see a crazy fast total race time.
But yeah, we might see Shoaib pull Mikhail in the pits with fuel when they decide to pit.
Sure, yes. Oh, John made a mistake.
Yeah.
John made a small mistake. Our Phantom's back on him now.
Dog Fox 1 in the pits now and Wolfman Willie. We'll see where Kuchi ends up.
Was fuel saving quite a good amount as well. Look at Kuchi go.
Yeah. But Kuchi's definitely going to have another stop. So we'll see how that impacts his race. But yeah, he's got some good time ahead of the guys now.
Shoaib made a small mistake just as his body was to catch Mikhail.
Yeah, just has to be patient. He's saved more fuel.
Remember, the only thing is they don't know if they've saved more. I think it's only 1 point difference, to be honest. Phantoms is the one currently with the most fuel save.
100%, yeah. So he might just jump John in the pits. Shoaib been slipped now, so
Mikhail is in pit now. Shoaib can.
but yeah, Mikhail definitely suffering from more tire wear. I think it's a good option for Shoaib to go into the pits now anyway. Yeah.
I agree with you. The drop off with Mikhail's tires might be significant now. Well, he's still doing 201, so.
Jean also in the pits now, and Phantoms.
So no real pit advantage too much, to be honest.
So yeah, so Shoaib on his mediums now, so it looks like he's just going to do one lap. He didn't put any fuel, it seems.
It's going to be very interesting.
And now suddenly Kuchi in third. We'll see if Mikhail decides to pit now. It looks like Phantoms didn't jump Jean in the pits, although he's a lot closer to Jean right now. Okay, Mikhail in the pits.
Very, very interesting to see what's going to happen here.
Is Shoaib also going to go in the pits again? Yes, he
He's
is.
going to pit, yeah.
So yeah, he just decided to do one lap on mediums.
Well, with those soft times that he's doing, it's going to be super cool.
And Kuchi into the pits as well. Jean and Phantoms look like they're on a one stop. If Mikhail and Shoaib could do 15 minutes on the softs, they definitely can too. So
Well, Shoaib's out in front. Well, Mikhail looks like he's going to do a one stop only, so.
yeah, so this should be the race. Shoaib now needs to catch up to Mikhail.
How is Shoaib 8 seconds faster than John?
He was almost 16, 17 seconds ahead before he pits it the first time. And then John and then pits it as well. And now he pits it as well. So, yeah.
John's medium time lost with the 204s that he did instead of 202s and 203s. There was way too much time lost for him.
Ooh, Phantom's lost a spot to Dark Fox 1.
This race is going to be in the bag for Shoaib, eh?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if... I don't think Mikhail's going to pit again.
No, but... Yeah,
Yeah.
the medium stints for John and for Phantoms was just way too slow.
Yeah, Shoaib should be able to catch
I believe so.
Mikhail now.
We've got 6 laps left, so... Oh yes, they raced.
Ooh, Shoaib should
What?
come out and... Shoaib going into the pits
And
again.
pitting again.
Why?
He didn't fuel. He didn't fuel.
Aha.
He didn't fuel. He made a mistake. Oh no. Oh no.
So this is going to be
Deadly.
interesting. Where does Jean come out? Ahead of Shoaib. But Jean is probably...
Oh.
Yeah, and he's also on soft, so... Yeah,
Yeah,
Shoaib.
Shoaib forgot to fuel. That's how he jumped them.
Very interesting.
Shoaib is kicking himself. He's getting DeanoCantino pity issues out.
And Jean now only 3.5 seconds from Mikhail, so... Yeah, this could be an interesting end to the race.
Yeah, because but Mikhail's also in Super Softs. I'll race Sport Softs now. His SS confused me for Super Softs. Gonna be very interesting. Ooh, Shoaib made a little mistake. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, slightly behind Dark Fox 1 now. Oh, he made a big mistake. He dropped down quite significantly.
Well, this race just flipped on its head all of a sudden.
It really did. It really did. I think if Shoaib had to fuel, he still would have come out in front of John, but not by 8 seconds, maybe by a second and a half. But nothing more than that.
I think he would have been at least 2 or 3 seconds ahead.
Perhaps give or take there, but not that far behind there.
But now
Very, very-
he lost time because he had to go through the pits again.
Yes.
Just wasted a lot of time.
Dark Fox has really pushed, eh?
He has, man. Only 4 laps to go. So Dark Fox could keep this 3rd place.
It's going to be 5 laps, yeah. You're going to get in that extra one. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Shoaib catching Dark Fox now a bit. Wolfman Willie also quite significantly closer than what he would have thought himself, because he didn't feel confident going in, but he's only 10 seconds off the pace after 23 minutes of racing. 10 seconds. Not much.
Yeah,
really not much.
not bad at all.
And he's also improving quite significant amount. Kuchi's at the back here, doing some solid times, and he's probably enjoying the race so much. Always fun driving with him.
Sure, you better make a move soon.
He's gonna make it on the straight. 7 man. See, he lets Fox go. As he knows if he passes him now, Fox will just retake it on the straight again. But slipstream is not as deadly with these cars as with normal racing cars.
And Phantom's now also very close. Shoaib, is he going for it?
Slightly too far, slightly too far.
Whew.
All three in it. All three in it. Ruan's losing slightly too much time to Kyle. It's going to be interesting to see how much the gap goes.
Yeah, Mikhail does have a lap or two fresher tyres as well.
Yes. This is a very, very interesting three-way battle. Dark Fox defending like a demon. Everything's happening mid-back at the moment.
Yeah, man.
And Shoaib's lap times were much faster than everybody else's.
Okay, Dark Fox 1 telling Shoaib to pass. Interesting. Shoaib screwing it up a little bit. Oh no! Ugh.
That is very damaging.
Dark Fox 1 gave him the indicator to go past, and yeah, Shoaib just
He's outbroke himself.
completely.
And Shoaib's on a full turn was doing 201 flats. And if he didn't make the fuel mistake, yes, it would have been a close three-way battle up front here.
Yeah, Mikhail just taking it easy right now. Doesn't need to do anything else, to be honest. Same with Jean.
Yes. Well, not to make any mistakes.
And now Dark Fox 1 telling Phantoms to move to take him as well.
Because he's got lots of tyre wear and he's very happy with his position now. He just wants top 5, but they need to watch out. Wolfman is only 1.8 seconds on the hands. Oh, a little slip out into turn 1. Unfortunate, he might have been in contention.
We'll have to see if Shoaib can then catch up to Dark Fox 1 now. But yeah, the tyre wear pretty significant between Fox and Shoaib.
Yeah. Just looked like Shoaib lost a lot of momentum after the little pit issue.
100%.
Super respect to them from Shoaib. You're not allowed to go through people when they goes. Knows the racing skills and the racing rules brilliantly. Schwabi, you're gonna have to make a move. You want to overtake, brother. I think Shoaib might be close enough this time for a dive.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, and Fox put his indicator on.
For the second time, let's see if it works out better for Shoaib this time.
Doesn't outbreak himself this time.
At least not. So, looks like Mikhail's pulling the gap on Jonas as well ahead. So, yeah. I mean, Shoaib was doing 201-1, 201-2, 201-3 on his softs in the beginning. So, yeah, I think he's going to grab himself, but at least there's one more race to go after this with the finals. So,
yeah, and as it looks, Dark Fox 1 will be there, so I think he's happy to be in 5th. Shoaib definitely catching phantoms now as well, so
Gonna be one lap minute after this. Shoaib is on the hunt for a podium. Kuchi is catching Wolfman.
ooh, Shoaib right on the tail of Phantoms. Phantoms defending. I would say defending too much actually.
Yeah, in fact, it's an infringement. You're only allowed to make one move on defense and to change your line. So if you went to the inside, you should have stayed on the inside. You can't make two moves on the straight. No love lost.
Shoaib does look like he just does have that extra pace that Phantoms doesn't have.
A little nudge is going to give him the spot back. I just knew it. So much sportsmanship between these guys. Carl was just pulling it at the end.
Yeah, he's killing it right now, man.
Would have been a super close battle between him and Shoaib in the front. Phantom's parking the apex. Phantom's going to park the apex again.
It's going to be a close finish. Mikhail now coming to the... Mikhail takes it by a long shot. And Janas as well. Well done. Oh, what's happening here? Shoaib might just take it. He does.
He does. No, he was in it. Phantom tried to close the gap, unfortunately. So, fair enough, it was a good one. But Shoaib just managed to pop his nose in there.
Wolfman Willie takes fifth.
Wolfman Willie.
What happened to Fox?
I think Fox spun out. No fuel!
Oh no.
No Foxy! Brother! No, Wolfman Willie is gonna go to the finals, my boy. Well done, Foxy.
Oh no, Fox, man.
Wow.
What happened, man? Jeez.
Foxy. Foxy. He's kicking himself now.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it, boys and girls. Absolutely fantastic.
Well done, Mikhail, man. Jeez, like he was really quick. Very unfortunate that Shoaib had to pit again for fuel.
Definitely.
That cost him a lot of time.
Very much. Let me just type here. Fuel, guys. To Shoaib and to Dark Fox Manu. I'm gonna say pulling Dino moves. That was phenomenal, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. We truly appreciate everything. Some serious race results here. Awesome stuff. Looking forward to the finals. We'll keep you updated, and myself and Ruan will now put the details into the races.
Cool, man. So, wait, let me check something. Cool. So from the first race, pretty much everyone in the first race, because Wes couldn't make it. Move on to the finals, and yeah, Wolfman Willie taking it there in the end. Unfortunate for Fox with his fuel, and Shoaib as well, but at least he still managed to pull a podium even with his mistake.
Yeah, it looks like Foxes don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
He is fuming right now.
I can imagine. Well, Dean?
Yeah, in the back. Hey guys, thanks a lot for that run. The finals, we will probably send it through to the guys this evening.
100%.
Like always, but appreciate it. Thanks guys for watching. Ruan, thanks for doing a superb job as always again.
Pleasure, brother.
Good stuff. Appreciate it, man.
Cool, man. Guys, enjoy, and see you guys next week.
Tot ziens. Tot ziens. Bye bye.